Hello. Hello, and welcome to Acre Life Mastery YouTube Live today. I am so glad that you're here. And today I want to talk to you about being relatable and why that's important. And especially want to focus on doing, like, I've done a lot of different personality tests and stuff, and why that can help you. And it's really interesting because there's a lot out there, right? There's so many different personality tests. And when the first time I took one, I was working for some company and I just didn't understand why, but why was it so important for them to have this personality test for me, right? And so I was a little bit resistant because I honestly didn't think they had a lot to, I didn't see them as being valid, I guess would be the thing. And today, when I was listening to Rascal Radio, the topic of Rascal Radio that I was listening to was calling Being More Relatable. And they talked about personality tests, and that made me think about all the ones I've taken through different jobs or later on as became more into self development and personal development and understood the importance of that and learning about personality and about my own personality. Because it's like, what is the point of it? Why is it so important to be more relatable? Why is it so important to know what your personality is? And the biggest thing is that when you understand yourself, then you're able to better understand other people. And the more that you know about yourself, the more it helps you to develop leadership skills as well. But it also helps you understand sometimes why a person does what they're doing or their thought process. Um, for example, like for my heart and I, if we decide to go out to dinner, which we don't do a lot, but occasionally we decide, let's just go eat somewhere. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. And I hate that. And what do you want to eat? And it's like, that's one of those endless questions, right? Because if you say where you want to eat, they may not be what they wanted. And so it's kind of one of those things, or they're like, well, I don't care. So you'll pick a restaurant. And then they're like, well, I really don't want to eat that. And so when he asks me what I want to eat, I'll say, okay, anything except for, and I'll list. I'm not going to do fast food, junk food. I'm not in the mood for hamburgers. I'm not, I want a place where I can have a good salad or I want, whatever. I give him perimeters, right? So he knows within that range, where do we want to go? Um, and sometimes it's a point where we both know we should eat, but we may not be hungry. So it's those kind of things. It's really interesting because when we're talking about something that's like about finances, that's really easy to discuss. There's not a question about where we want to do or what our decision is, or because those things are more like we're both on the same page. Do we want to take out another, you know, payment, do this, or do we want to? We're working right now on getting things paid off, right? So where are we putting? What are we going to pay off first? What's going to be the best choice? If I don't have any credit cards, he has some because he was told that would help him raise his credit rating before we got a lot of training that I'm getting now, going through our financial fitness and stuff. And so being able to know his personality and know how my process is of my own personality helps us have those conversations a lot easier. And that's what's really interesting. Um, one of my favorite quotes that I remember from it was by Leo Tzu, says, "Knowing others is intelligence, but knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power." And that's what personality test, for lack of a better word, helps you to do. And there's a lot of them out there, right? I mean, most people have heard about, if you've been in any kind of business or mainstream corporate America, they know Myers-Briggs. That's one of those big ones. A lot of people will know about the DISC assessment, DISC. There's also one called the Enneagram. There's another one that is, I know I've taken it. I don't remember exactly but the I come up as an INFP on that one, because I'm, and then which is categorized me as a kind of a humanist in the group as well. but I'm just considered to be an introvert, and I own that, right? I know that about myself. If I go into a big crowd of people, I'm gonna be the one that kind of pursues the crowd, sees if I know anybody. I may see a lot of people I know. I'm not gonna be as apt to go out and talk to people who I don't know yet. That's something I'm still working on, gotten better at. When I went out and started networking for my business, I became a lot better because you have to, right? If you're an entrepreneur, you have any type of business and you want to get customers, you've got to be able to go out there and meet those people. And so that was a new skill for me. Now, my heart on the other side, he's the social butterfly. He doesn't know a stranger. We can go to a restaurant, to a store, it doesn't matter. He can start a conversation up. In fact, he's been known to start a conversation. I will walk away and come back and he's still having the same conversation with, or they've got a different topic. But I'm more naturally, I have a tendency if someone talks to me or makes eye contact and smiles at me, I may, then I might say something to him or wish him a good day or something. I'm not just going to jump in to do a conversation with somebody. I'm getting better at that, but that's not my go to, right? In fact, he teases me about holding court when we've gone to things. I will find sage people who I love, and then I'll just go sit somewhere and people come talk to me. So he says I hold court. But that's just I do better. That's my strength. So my weakness is being in that group of people, meeting new people. And so I put myself out there because I want to get better at that. So I want to be able to be more relatable. Um, and I think that's important, one of the one of the tests that I had before is a new one. It's out. I guess in the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years. It's called the Bank system, BANK, and it's really funny because I'm a very organized person. So the person who took this before she ever did the test part of it, she teaches it, so, and immediately she says, "Oh, you're a blueprint. You're a blueprint. I know you're a blueprint." Well, when I took her test, what I ended up being was a nurturer. In fact, my bank code for me is not anywhere. I mean, the blueprint personality type is like my second. In fact, what they consider bank is a blueprint, which means you're organized, you're very, focused and stuff. The A is the what they consider action. So that's a person who's like my heart. He's the party goat. He's the life of the party. He's action oriented. He's. And it's a small thing, but it's just a court. The N, which is me, is a nurturer, and the K is the one who's really wants all the knowledge. They want to make all the facts before they make a decision, right? And it's really interesting because, like, when I take for me, my bank code ends up being N first, and then I end up with BK, which are equal, and then the A, my action. Doesn't mean I don't take action. It just means I'm not the center of attention. I don't have a desire to be the center of attention. Um, a year ago, making these videos would have been like a major issue for me. It's a skill I've worked on, I've developed. But before, I would have taken 2 or 3 weeks or a month just to put together a video. So it's thing. So that's how you develop yourself. And so when they're talking about being relatable, it's kind of the same thing. The more you learn about yourself, it helps you to relate to other people because then you understand, if you understand your best self, then you can understand other people and why they do the things they want. So I'd like to just encourage you today is just look at, if you haven't ever, like, I know one of the books that's out there, in fact, the group ladies I'm studying with, and we're fixing to start reading it, is the Personality Plus. But just look at the different options out there. There's some free ones out there that you can actually take just to see what is your personality. And everybody's a combination of all of them, right? You don't have just one, but you're over everything else, but you're stronger in one or two areas than you are in the other two. But we're all, and if you look at your children, if you have children, you look at your children, you're probably you're gonna know who's the introvert, who's the extrovert. That's just a given. That's so easy to tell. You're gonna know the person who's really makes quick decisions and the ones who have to really think about it and get all the information. So if you look at yourself the same way and see, okay, what are those skill sets? What is it that I need to develop? How do I know who I am? And then you'll be able to help or not necessarily get help, but you understand. And if you're in the role of a leader, when you understand other people, it's so much easier for you to help encourage and lead. Because if you don't understand yourself, then you're going to have a hard time understanding people. And so you may do what you think is being motivating, and it may be just turning them off. So take the time to become more relatable. Again, thank you for watching our Anchor and Life Mastery YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the button subscribe, hit the notification button, so you get notified when we're going live so you don't miss anything. If you find this channel of relatable for yourself, for others, please, share it with the friends. We are here Monday through Friday doing lives, and then on Fridays we also have Tea with Sue. So if you haven't seen that, please, you can always go back and watch anything we've done before. Cheryl, Adam, Amanda, Angie, we're all doing different things. Our next live will be on Monday, and that's with Cheryl. So please check in. If you haven't joined our Acorn Life Mastery community yet, we'd love to have you join us. We leverage accountability masterminds to develop future leaders with vision, and we specialize in passive residual income through mining and trading cryptocurrency. So if you're looking for other streams of income, we have that for you. There's actually some great videos here on our channel by Adam about that. So check those out as well. I'll put a couple links in the video description down below for you, so you can always check out. I'll put in a link also for we have a couple things coming up. We'll be doing a financial fitness course pretty soon, and that's going to be coming up with 3 different people who'll be teaching it. So it'll be 3 different times. So I'll put some links in there for you. That please join the free community, check things out, take advantage of the free 7-day trial for the Rascal Radio, and have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye for now.